regular crew, the regular crowd has shuffled in at 8 o'clock on a Monday. Yesterday might have been as good a Sunday as you could possibly get in the NFL. Let's waste no time. Let's go to the Soldier Field right on the banks of Lake Michigan. Caleb and the Bears, Dak and the Cowboys picked this up in the first quarter. Dan, my question is, where is the defense?
Somewhere to be seen. Trayvon Diggs goes at the line of scrimmage to try and jam Rome Odunze. He misses, slips. Caleb sees him down the field, blown coverage by the Cowboys. Again, easy touchdown.
Now we're going the other way. This is a critical moment here. C.D. Lamb, Schefter, we're going to see the left ankle get rolled up on it, look bad.
Reading the MRI today, he'll probably be week to week. He said he thinks he could play next week. I don't know if he realizes the swelling and pain and discomfort is going to come along with it.
We'll have more on that as we go. And then the Bears. Danny, here comes the trick play.
This flea flicker felt like that ball was thrown a mile. It's 65 plus in the air. A play call right after their previous touchdown. Ben Johnson comes out unbelievably aggressive versus this Cowboys defense. Huge lead early on.
14-3 after one. One might say, what defense? Then there's Dak Prescott. George Pickens, one hand grab. Cowboys go for the two and get it. We got a good game. 14 all right, wrong. Under a minute left in the half. Bears up 17-14, and it's Caleb again.
Yeah, one of the highlights of the season so far for Caleb Williams. Just thrown perfectly over those second-level defenders, right in front of those safeties, and then this 2-minute drill to end. Little ball fake, peeks to backside safety, touchdown to Loveland.
Rex, where is the coverage on Cole Kmet on that play?
I think Dallas thought they were playing a home game instead of being in Chicago.
Brutal. 14 minutes left in the fourth. Bears up 17. If it was still a game, it wasn't anymore after this snap. George Pickens has it go right through his hands. Ball is picked off. Critical drop there as we're early in the fourth quarter. And the frustration starts to mount for the Cowboys on a bad day for Jerry and company. George Pickens frustrated on the sideline. Final score 31-14. Ben Johnson's Bears get their first win, his first win. Yes, Caleb was playing the Cowboys defense, but he certainly showed you flashes yesterday of why he was the #1 pick. Career-high passer rating, career-high yards per attempt. Most importantly, not sacked in a game for the first time in his career. And after it was over, the Bears locker room was hyped.
I got one more.
So needless to say, they're excited in Chicago, and well, they should be. D. Wood, what did you see from Caleb Williams in that Chicago offense yesterday that we had not seen certainly this year and maybe only in tiny glimpses before?
Well, I mean, listen, when you're playing this Dallas Cowboys defense, man, it's going to be easy to kind of regain your confidence. I thought he was fantastic, and Dan, I know he has a lot of videos to speak to that. But Greeny, I want to go to what I really felt about this game and about the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
That drive to open up the third quarter,
yes.
That 19-play drive where they ran 11 straight times, running the ball 11 straight times. They don't have any respect for the coach or the players on that side of the ball. Rex, you and I know this. When you're able to literally run down the opposition's throat the way the Chicago Bears did to the Dallas Cowboys, it's embarrassing. If you're the Dallas Cowboys this morning, you should feel embarrassed by the way in which the Chicago Bears chose the play selection in which they chose to come at you. Okay, you showed no gumption, you showed no heart. And listen, kudos to Chicago Bears. They made a statement. This is how we're going to play football, led by Caleb Bears and their whole offense.
And this wasn't where I meant to start, but since you're there, it's a good point, because yesterday was the Eberflus revenge game.
Yeah.
Remember, therefore, the Bears' former head coach, Matt Eberflus, is coordinating that defense, and we wondered if they would make a stand sort of a la the old Doomsday defense.
Yeah, the Doomsday defense, man. That used to be there with Bob Lilly and company, and for years, Dallas, all that pride in that defense. And what did I saddle them with the day before the game? Dumpsday defense. This is what you're seeing right here, the Dumpsday. How about Dumpsday? How about you stay on top of a vertical threat like Rome Odunze? I don't know. Flea flicker, you only do this against teams that have no discipline. Why? Because we're going to air it over your head about 20 yards down the field past you. This is the Dumpsday defense. And by the way, it's the soft stay defense too. I know it doesn't rhyme with D, but I don't care. It's dog stuff. You know that. This defense is an absolute joke. Now look, that doesn't take anything away from Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, their performance offensively, because this kid is going to be the real deal. I'm telling you, they got the real coach and everything else. But you know who doesn't? The one they wanted to give the game ball to. Remember, they were all, we just want to give the game ball to Eberflus. What did I say? I said Chicago will give the game ball to Eberflus. That's what the hell's going to happen. That defense stinks.
0 sacks, 0 picks. Caleb Williams did what he wanted. The Dallas Cowboys defense did absolutely nothing. And guess what? Sunday night, they get to see their old friend Micah Parsons with the Green Bay Packers.
And again, we don't know if they'll have CeeDee Lamb or not. So I've managed to go through all of this to deflate, or at least to sort of, Caleb Williams played great. And that's your point over here as well. The Cowboys, two things can be true at the same time. The Cowboys defense can be absolutely embarrassingly bad, which they were yesterday, and Caleb Williams can look like he took a major step forward at the same time.
Yeah, it's the most professional game that I've seen Caleb Williams have. And the way I categorize it is calm feet, aggressive mind. And that's the growth in this Ben Johnson offense that we've seen. The play-action game was a tremendous success. And Greeny, your point of no mistakes on your end, but hurt the mistakes of the defense. And I think when you watch that tape and you see how fast he was seeing it from a defense of what they're doing perspective, but not playing hurried physically. Like this throw with 1-2 hitches, ball goes over the second level of the defense. We didn't see this version of Caleb Williams. And that's what I'm talking about when I say calm feet. I don't want to see your feet all over the place, but aggressive mind, meaning you're not trying to play in a reserved or cautious nature. That's the best game that we've seen. This is because this wasn't about the physical wow of Caleb Williams. This was about the operation of Caleb Williams. This is about the rhythm of Caleb Williams. This was about the timing of Caleb Williams. This was the version that everyone has been going, can you play professional quarterback in the NFL that way? That's the version we got.
And can you do it consistently? Because there have been flashes of this. We saw it on Thanksgiving Day last year in Detroit. It's about him stringing these games together. He was clean yesterday, and now he's got to be consistent.
No roller coaster yesterday. And again, the emphasis of when the defense made a mistake, he made them pay, and then he never made the mistake on his end.
See, I think people assume that this kid's just going to be, great from jump and all that. Look, he has the tools to be great from jump, but the man's never been underneath center.
Right.
Like now,
it
takes time, and that's what you're going to see. Slow development through the year. He's just going to get better and better and better. And why? Ben Johnson's amazing as a coach, a phenomenal play caller. All right, but he also knows that, hey, look, this is where we got to get to, and they're going to. Now, look. I mean, as good as he played and all that, the other side, I don't think it could have got worse than what we saw against the Giants when they actually won that game somehow.